Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to take a look at a Firefly guitar. This thing is shipped to your house for $169. Let's take a look at this thing. So this is a brand new Firefly. And it is just like a Les Paul. It looks like a Les Paul, same shape and everything. This color is called metallic blue. And up here on the headstock, let's take a look at this. It's got the Firefly logo. It's got these 4 little diamonds. And it says Classic on the truss rod cover. This guitar came with a bone nut. It came with nickel strings. It actually has a maple top and a rosewood fingerboard. So it's set up basically just like a Les Paul. You've got the 2 volumes and 2 tones. I like the clear volume knobs on here. You got 2 humbuckers and the pick guard. Everything about it looks like a Les Paul. Now these Fireflies, you can get these on Amazon, although they don't make them in these huge numbers. I think they make just a couple hundred. And they also, you can get these at guitarsgarden.com. And again, it seems like people are just waiting, checking Amazon every day to see when these things become available, and then they buy them up really quick. These things are selling like hotcakes. And I believe it because you get a mahogany Les Paul style guitar. It weighs about 8.5 pounds, and they sound great, and they're just a really good guitar for the amount of money that you have to pay. You can't go wrong when you get one of these things. They are a really nice playing guitar. This guitar is a set neck, and it has a really nice cutaway right here. It makes it easy to get access to those higher frets, and just a really beautiful guitar. Seems like the fret ends are in good shape. Let me kind of just look this thing over real closely. Let me look at some of these fret ends. Does have the binding on here, and just running my fingers down over these fret ends, I mean, they feel really nice. It's not like the Gibsons where the binding rolls up the side. You can see the edges of the frets, but they seem really nice. It's very much like an Epiphone. Very nice. I got a little tiny bit. I mean, the roughest ones are way up here where nobody really gets to anyhow. But the binding to me feels nice. The frets look nice and smooth. Alright, so here it is. Brand new Firefly. And I'm just kind of looking it over. It's still got the plastic. Let me get that off of there. Plastic that's on the pick guard is probably still on there. But I guess I'll leave that on there. But just kind of looking it over, looking for flaws, and it looks really great. It's got a little tiny plastic piece on there that says made in China. Take that off. But these, man, at this price, it's an amazing guitar at this price. The blue looks good. I see a little funny little finish flaw, like right there under my finger. I don't know if you can see that. But, you know, with a little flaw like this, let me see if I can show you guys that. Where'd it go? You have to just kind of look at it in the right light. I can't even really see it now. I saw it when I was sitting over here. But there's 2 or 3 little tiny funny places in the paint that looks like a little finish flaw. And so if this was a Gibson, you know, this is one of the Gibsons that they would throw in the trash because of a funny little finish flaw or something like that. You know, it's a nice guitar. It's a beautiful guitar. But it's not a piece of art like a really pristine Gibson Les Paul would be. But if you're looking for just a good playing guitar that's nice and cheap, and they actually took the time to put a bone nut on there. I think what they do is they import these guitars over to California or someplace, and in California, that's where they install a nice nut on it and maybe change the strings out and put nicer strings on it. Because a lot of times the guitars that come straight from China, the nut is really bad and poorly cut. And I keep wanting to show you guys up close here. But let me see if I can get really close to the nut there. And you can kind of look at that string distance. It looks really good to me. And that's one of these things that these guitars out of China, they're getting so much better. With the fine little details and the just rubbing your finger across the side of the nut. It feels like a high quality guitar to me. I'm not completely sold on that Firefly logo. And I've done a review on other Firefly guitars like that ES335 style. And when I did a string bend on those, it felt kind of rough. Where this one feels really smooth. You know what I want to do? Let's take the back cavity plate off and let's take a look at the electronics inside this thing. Yeah, so let's take a look inside here. Let's see what they're putting inside these things. It's such an inexpensive guitar that I'm guessing it's going to be those little tiny potentiometers that are these little tiny things. I always take a little tiny little Allen wrench and put it in here to pull that off. There we go. Super easy. Alright, let's get in here. Let me pull my camera off of this stand. There we go. Sorry. Alright. You know what? I have to think, my first thought on that, it's got a little, it's got tape. I don't know if that's like shrink wrap tape or not, but it's got these big huge orange caps in there. It looks pretty quality to me. It's got the plastic, the Gibson pickups, they're steel braided on the pickups, and these don't do that, but that looks like quality stuff in here. I'm impressed. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys where the neck comes onto the body. That nice carve looks really cool. I'm not going to say it's a real chunky neck, but it's a good size. It looks like it sort of has these fake Grover tuners on there. And then we've got a serial number, and it says designed and backed by, it looks like JSN. It's hard to see. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I don't know anything about that JSN. And then it has a little Firefly sticker right there on the back of the neck. Alright guys, so there it is, a Firefly. It is the Les Paul looking Firefly in a metallic blue color. And again, 169 bucks shipped to your house. It's a nice guitar for that price. So there you have it, a quick little review on this Firefly guitar that came into my shop. And it's a great guitar for the price. Let me just say that. They shipped this thing to you for 169 bucks. You can't really go wrong. It's this good sounding guitar. It's a pretty guitar. And I recommend it. If you guys can find one, they don't make that many of them. And when they put them up, man, they go quick. And so there you guys have it. And if you want a ZIMM'S Guitars t-shirt, there'll be a link in the description down below. You guys can get yourself a t-shirt. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys next time.